everybody. Today I would like to discuss a new experiment. The name of the experiment is X. Push this button and it will be blanking. Then you can open the door and you can put your sample in the sample holder. This one. After that, close the door and again push the button. Now go to control, XG control on, X-ray is already on, so you can and go to general measurement. With the help of this you can make a folder. MSP and Amodni. You can and name the yourself. Then set measurement. Here the 2D angle start from 30 degree to 80 degree and scanning rate is 5 degree per minute and it you can see and it is okay. After that again okay, then you can run. Now you can collect your XRD data and after that I will discuss how can plot the XRD data and how can study the XRD pattern and determination of the grain size. Now I will discuss the determination of the grain size by X-ray line broadening. Here I have taken the XRD data of the aluminum at two scanning rate. First one is the 1 degree per minute data treats as a standard and second one is the aluminum data at 5 degree per minute. Now the Serre equation. It is used in the determination of size of the crystallized and in the form of the powder. Now the Serre equation can be written as D equal to K lambda upon beta cos theta, where D is the crystallized size and K is the dimensionless shape factor, and the shape factor has a typical value of about 0.9 and lambda is the X-ray wavelength, beta is the broadening at half the maximum intensity, in short form FWHM, and theta is the Bragg's angle. Now applicability of the Serre equation. The Serre equation is limited to nanoscale crystallized or microstrictly the coherently scattering domain size, which can be smaller than the crystallized size. It is not applicable to grain larger than about 0.1 to 0.2 micrometer. So, and if the other contribution to the width are non-zero, then the crystallized size can be larger than the predicted by the Serre formula. And with the extra peak width coming from the other factor, the concept of the crystallarity can be used to collectively describe the effect of the crystal size and imperfections on the peak broadening. So we can use the Wilson-Hall plot, in short form WH. Now the strain induced in powder due to crystal imperfection and distortion is calculated using the formula delta J upon J equal to beta tan theta. where the delta j upon j is the lattice strain and beta is the full width of maxima and theta is the Bragg's angle in degree. Now, the crystallized size was calculated from the X-ray diffraction spectra using Serre formula, where the crystallized size is inversely proportional to beta cos theta, and considering the fact the particle size and strain are independent of each other, having a Cauchy-like form, which each combination are related to FWHM by WH equation as follows, which is beta cos theta equal to k lambda upon d plus delta j upon j sin theta, where k lambda upon d represent the Serre particle size and delta j upon j is the lattice strain. Now, we can discuss the XRD measurement. Aluminum sample is characterized by XRD Ikaku diffractometer setup using Cu copper alpha radiation and the lambda is 1.54 angstrom. The data were collected between scattering angle 2 theta from 30 degree to 80 degree at scanning rate 5 degree per minute. Now, the A graph draw between the intensity versus 2 theta. Here, the many peaks are arises corresponding to different angles, which one is the first one is the 38.68 degree, second one is the 44.29 degree, third one is the 65.3 degree, and fourth is the 78.4 degree. And with the help of this XRD pattern, we can calculate the crystallized size with the help of the Serre formula. But by using of the WH equation, we can calculate the crystallized size as well as the lattice strain of the sample. Now, first we discuss the Serre formula, how can correlate the equation. Now, if we can draw a graph between the beta cos theta and sin theta, then we can plot the A graph in this way. First, we make a table for 1 degree per minute scanning rate for standard condition. You can make a table in this way and different, such as 2 theta in degree and theta in radian and FWHM degree. After that, you can convert FWHM in radian, which is known as beta s. And for the 5 degree per minute scan rate, we can also make another table in this way. First one is the 2 theta, FWHM, beta in T, which is in radian, and sin theta and beta cos theta. With the help of the beta cos theta and sin theta, we can draw a graph, and after linear fitting, we can found the intercept of the curve and the slope of the curve. The value, since if we compare this equation with the straight line, which is the y equal to mx plus c, then m is the slope of the curve and c is the intercept. So, since the value of the intercept is equal to the k lambda upon d, you can see in this way. For the observation, the X-ray diffraction is recorded and the AL sample, and some parameters are defined as ways. Now, let us move to calculate the FWHM formula. Now, the FWHM, the formula is under root bt square minus k beta s square, where beta is the average of the FWHM. You can find this table where the scanning rate is 5 degree per minute and beta s is, you can take the average of the FWHM when the scanning rate is 1 degree per minute. In this way, you can put the value of the bt and beta t and beta s in this equation, and after putting the value of these, we can calculate beta equal to 2.406 into 10 to the power minus 3. The intercept of the curve b cos theta versus sin theta is equal to the Serre formula k lambda upon d. This means that k lambda upon d equal to 0.00273. Now, putting the value of the k and lambda, we can calculate the crystallized size of, since the value of the k is 0.9 and the lambda is 1.54 into 10 to the power minus 10 of upon d. After calculation, we can get the value of the crystallized size is 50.76 nanometer. With the help of the WH equation, we can also get the crystallized size and the lattice strain. Since by using of this graph beta cos theta versus sin theta and the Wilson Hall plot equation, which is beta cos theta equal to k lambda upon d plus delta j upon j sin theta. Also compare with the y equal to mx plus c, which is the linear equation, and then the k lambda upon d is equal to the intercept and delta j upon j equal to the slope, and k lambda upon d is equal to the intercept equal to the value of the intercept, which is obtained from the curve delta is 0.00273. After the putting the value of the k lambda, we can get the value of the d, which is the 50.76 nanometer, and after that we can compare the delta j upon j, which is equal to the slope and which is the 0.00134. This means that the lattice strain is 0.0013. Now, finally we can say a linear least square fitting to beta cos theta versus sin theta data plot yields the value of the average crystallized size d and the lattice strain delta j upon j to be 50.76 nanometer and the 0.0013 respectively. This means that it is very clear the value of the d 50.76 nanometer and delta j upon j 0.0013. It is the dimensionless quantity because it is the ratio of the two length. So I hope thank you for watching video.